This is a presentation of Northeast Streaming Sports.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Philly Sky Show. And today is August 17th. It's a Wednesday, and obviously I missed yesterday, but I was busy. I was at training camp for the Eagles. It was my first time going to the NovaCare complex to check out what happens over there. It was a lot of fun for me going there and seeing what's happening with practice and everything. And I'll get to that here in a little bit. But let's get to the business of sports in Philadelphia because we always, as they are right now, we talking about the fightings. We talking about the fightings. And the Phillies last night take it to the Reds. 11-4. They find the bats. They weren't around for a little while. Even yesterday, 2 days ago, it was only 4 runs scored after not scoring a lot of runs in New York. And then yesterday, they came on strong, putting 11 spots up on the Reds for their 10,000th win. That's right. The Phillies just celebrated yesterday their 10,000th franchise win. Congratulations to them. They are the last original team to get over 10,000 wins. It's been a long fight. I know that the Phillies have been a franchise for what? We're going on 120 some years to finally get to 10,000. It is actually a big feat. So, congratulations to them for winning their 10,000th win. Obviously, we got a little bit of a ways to go before we can break even again. I think if they were to win every game between now and the start of the 2025 season, 2024 season, they would be able to break 500. So we're not there yet, but we're on our way. So we got the win yesterday, 11-4. Kyle Gibson gets the win. He goes 6 innings. He gives up 6 hits, 3 runs. All of them were earned, and 11 strikeouts. It's the second time this year he's had over 10 strikeouts. He had these 10 strikeouts in fifth inning. So he was wheeling and dealing. Did give up back-to-back home runs there in the third. It was really the only mistakes he had through other than he wound up pitching a really good game. TJ Zuch winds up. I hope I'm saying that right. It just sounds like it looks like a Zuch to me. Winds up taking the loss. He pitched 4 innings, gave up 11 hits, 6 earned runs with 1 strikeout and 1 walk. It was a good game for a number of players. I mean, Derek Hall, he starts off the scoring with a home run. Castellanos, he's back home. So for where he played last year, and he was in the MVP voting, winds up going 3 for 5, gets a home run in this, an RBI. doing pretty well. Gene Segura also keeping with the hot bat. He also went 3 for 5. Garrett Stubbs, he went 2 for 3 with 3 RBIs and a home run. Matt Vierling gets a hit. Alec Boehm was really the only guy who didn't. Oh no, I'm sorry, he didn't. They got hits. Everybody got hit except uh, Bryson Stott. Stott was the only one who did not get a hit. He wound up with 6 at-bats and going 0 for 6 in that, with only 1 strikeout, so he did get connect on the ball. Reese Hoskins also went 3 for 6. So it was a good day at the plate yesterday. The Phillies wind up with 18 hits in total, and really just take it to the Reds and keep up with the Braves right now, because the Braves are taking care of business against the Mets, and they wound up winning the last 2 games. The Mets have not really scored many runs since they, against us, they had that one game where 6 runs were scored. But to win, they've only scored 2 runs before that, and they're having a little bit of a hard time. They end up getting shut out by the Day 5-0. So it's interesting as this is going to move forward. Uh, Obviously, the Mets are playing pretty good ball, and they're having some pitching problems now. Some of their pitchers are getting hurt. Obviously, it may only be Scherzer and DeGrom in that bullpen in total. You know what I mean? Because it looks like everybody else is getting hurt. And like I said, the bats went quiet over the last couple of games, and the Braves have been able to lower that. The Mets lead to 3.5 games. So there's been a little bit of a trail off on the Mets. Maybe this is the start of something that's a little bit bigger, but we won't know that until later on. But like I said, the Phillies, like I said, they have to win the games that they're supposed to win. The Reds are not a very good team. They got rid of a number of players at the trading deadline. They did win a couple, but obviously they're not a very great, very good team. Their pitching is only subpar, and they need to be able to take the win. The Phillies are going to go for the sweep today. They go and they put up Ranger Suarez, who's 8-5 with a 3.52 ERA, going up against Nick Lodolo, who is 3-4 with a 4.72 ERA. He's got 64 strikeouts and 24 walks, and literally he's doing that thing. The Phillies need the sweep. They need to be able to get these sweeps. They've won the series already, so get the sweep and then head back home, get the day off before the Mets. The Mets are playing tomorrow as well, so the Mets do not get the day off, and then they come here for a big 4-game series. We got Friday, 2 on Saturday, 1 on Sunday, so it should be a really big weekend. And from the way that the matchups are going, I don't expect that. We'd maybe see Scherzer on Sunday, but we should not see both Scherzer and DeGrom. That both of those pitchers are going, I think, both today and tomorrow. Let me just make sure on that. Scherzer goes today. DeGrom tomorrow. And then that's where we're going to have Bassett and so on and so forth after that. So they said it is 4 games. It's possible we don't see either one of them because we have the 2-game series. We have a doubleheader on Saturday, so it's possible we do not see either Scherzer or DeGrom in this 4-game series, and they're going to need to bring somebody up or do a complete bullpen game. So this is a prime time for the Phillies to be able to take care of business. The Mets have kind of owned us this year, and we need to be able to move forward and get the wins when we can. We're not going up against Scherzer. We're not going up against DeGrom. Obviously, Bassett gave us a shutout, gave us a shutout over 5 innings the last time we played. We did have a couple of guys get like in the 8th inning and the 9th inning. We did get guys on base. Yeah, I think we left 12 guys left on base on last Sunday. So we need to be able to do better than that and get the guys across the plate, especially as I said, the one thing that is a big deal that is very glaring to me is that guys in scoring position with less than 2 outs, they are less than 50% with getting them across the plate. For a team that is scoring, I think they are 6th or 7th in the league in scoring runs in general. We're going to need to increase that number, especially going into the playoffs. We cannot continue to get outs while we are, have guys in scoring position. A couple things that happened yesterday, obviously. I'm not sure. Is he going to be? Yes, he's day to day. Brandon Marsh wound up getting hurt. He wound up, I think it was his knee. It looked like his knee. We initially thought it might have been his wrist or something as he went to go try to get that home run ball. He wound up coming back down on his knee a little tough. He's listed as day to day. He's getting an MRI, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully, that's not a really bad injury, and it would just be a few days of some rest, and he'd be able to get there again. Because as of right now, I mean, we're going to have to be playing some games. Schwarber, I believe, is going to be able to come back. He was available to be able to play yesterday, but did not. He's day to day, so it's possible that he could get back out there again, and then we would have to move Verling to center field and then Castellanos at right. It's going to be that would be okay for one game. Obviously, this is the getaway day, so we take this if we would be able to get him in there, get the sweep, get out of there. Hopefully, with not any more injuries, get that extra day of rest, and hopefully, if everything goes well with the MRI, that Marsh would be back out there again in center field, being able to handle all of the duties out there. Also, other Philly news that's been going on. You may have seen there has been some reports. They may have even shown some of the videos that Bryce Harper has been taking batting practice. He did not go with the team. He has been in Philadelphia, and he's been hitting the ball. So I expect they said that he was going to be back on September 1st. At least that is what his projected date is. We shall see if that exactly keeps true. If everything stays to form and he's able to continue to rehab as he is right now, I do expect that he will be able to hit that September 1st and be able to get back into hitting shape so that we would be able to do this run directly for the hunt for Red October, because September is right around the corner here. We're already at the 17th, so it's a big deal to be able to get all the pieces moving in the right direction. Our bullpen has been playing pretty strongly. Our starting pitching has been doing the job, so this could be somewhat of a run. Like I said, the Mets have been a tough team to play against for us, but everybody else has really been okay. So we should be able to get that again. Win the games that we need to, starting with the Reds today. Let's take this sweep. It's a 12:35 start, so we're going to be able to get this game up and out of the way quickly and be able to move forward with the rest of our day, starting at 12:35. So, and like I said, it's a 12:35 start today. Let's take a quick commercial break right now, and we'll come back and talk about training camp with the Eagles. And then there's also another game that's happening tonight. The Philadelphia Union are going to be taking on FC Dallas. We'll go over that matchup tonight as well. So please stay tuned, and we'll be back after these commercial messages.
The Hometown Foundation is excited to bring back the Dream Ride experience, August 26th to the 28th at Connecticut's Farmington Polo Club. Join us in celebrating the accomplishments of our Dream Riders while enjoying live music, a car and motorcycle show, family fun zone, pet adoptions, canine demonstrations, the Fireman's Chili Cook-Off, and much, much more. Get your tickets today.
Think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Wait, no, you gotta get me at the random. I'm not prepared.
What a wonderful world.
see right now, without LeBron, Lakers are struggling.
Let me tell you about a team I hate, all right? I know the Dallas Cowboy fan is here, so I had to make sure he knew how much I hate this team.
I'm ready.
I've often said that the people who run baseball, they try very hard to ruin it.
I'm from Brooklyn. I don't have a problem saying it to his face.
Oh, from Brooklyn.
Hey, guess any.
And we are back. And just to go a little bit further, we have 700 people already signed up to go to Washington to watch the Eagles take on the Commanders. We're going to give Carson Wentz the perfect welcome back to the NFC East with 1,000 people. We're bringing 1,000 people with me to take over that stadium. We have lower level tickets, transportation, and tailgate all included in the price, $325. Go to phillysportstrips.com to be able to get your tickets and be part of the 1,000 that go and take over that stadium. Not only that, but you may have seen a report. I'm turning 50 this year. And we are going. It happens on the bye week that we start my birthday week, if you want to call it that, my birthday week against Dallas on the 16th. We have the Dallas Cowboys here in Philadelphia, and then we go on to our bye week. And so what do I do when we go to a bye week? We're going to go to Nashville. We're going to go watch the Flyers take on the Nashville Predators. Now, I understand you're saying the Flyers, really, are they even a team anymore? They could be playing in the American Hockey League. It doesn't matter. It does not matter. If you have never been to Nashville before, it is absolutely worth it. I haven't been there since the draft in 2018, 2019, and it was an absolute blast over there. We're going to have a great time. They've got tailgates already set up. We're going to be watching the Flyers take on the Predators and spend a lot of time on Main Street down there. Probably go have dinner at I'd like to go get a big tomahawk steak to celebrate my 50th birthday. So we're going to be doing that. I have a couple of girlfriends down there that are singers at some bars. So if you're into the country music scene or if you're into hockey, definitely come and hang out with the Philly Sports Guy for my 50th birthday in Nashville, Tennessee. Also, last thing for phillysportstrips.com, we're also going to Arizona, and I'm going to announce this right now. As we go to Arizona, we are going to have the first ever SG Open. Yes, that's right. The Philly Sports Guy Open. There's going to be a group of guys that are going to be doing charity golf outing, but the 40 slots are already full. That they already sold out. And I don't know how much you know about me, but I am not the best golfer in the world. So we are going to do the PSG Open Philly Sports Guy style. We're doing miniature golf. And of course, this is going to be for charity. This is going to benefit the Eagles Autism Foundation. I expect it to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a blast. So please, if you get the opportunity, go to phillysportstrips.com, sign up for the Nashville trip and celebrate my 50th. Sign up for Arizona and get in part with the Philly Sports Guy Open, the inaugural Philly Sports Guy Open. It's going to be a lot of fun. You can only get there with phillysportstrips.com. Anyways, let's get back to the business at hand. Yesterday, I went for the very first time to the NovaCare complex. And, I've driven past it thousands of times. You can kind of see a little bit about what's going on. I've seen the pictures, I've seen the videos, and but getting to experience it is a whole different scenario. And I had an absolute blast. The Eagles definitely take care of the fans in there. They fed us. They definitely had some tents. It was a gorgeous day. I mean, it was just about 80 degrees to start off. So it wasn't like we were sweltering or melting in the sun. I did not wear face paint yesterday. It was one of those things where, because it was my first time there, I wanted to be able to enjoy doing this without any of the extracurriculars that come along with painting my face. So, but it was a tremendous amount of fun. We get to see that. Obviously, I got to show as much as I possibly could. After 10:30, we are not allowed to show, and we're not allowed to have any more cameras out. So they tell us to put all the cameras away because they do not want us to show some of the plays that they have going on and anything that's happening during the actual practice. And it was a lot of fun to kind of see. I would say that Hertz is looking pretty good. AJ Brown, they had a really great connection. That was a really big deal. Devonta Smith, I tell you, anytime the ball gets close to this guy, he catches it. It doesn't matter how many people are covering him. It looked like there was one time that there was around 3 people, and he jumped up and got. It was just fun to watch and see. And I'm getting excited for this season. If you didn't see my video, I did say that the Eagles were going to go 11-6 and go to the NFC Championship game. I am a firm believer of that. I feel that this team is prime and ready to go. It's going to be a lot based off the fact of their quarterback. But their quarterback, not only is he able to throw the ball, and like I said, his arm strength still isn't the greatest. It's one of those situations where he cannot throw that rainbow too early. He's going to have to be able to get that and just try to keep as much he can off of it and keep the arc down as much as possible. But AJ Brown's going to be able to deal with a lot of those types of situations where AJ Brown's going to be able to get up and over top of those defenders and come down with that ball. So you're going to see a lot of those 50-50 balls winning about 75% our way because AJ Brown is just a beast. You could see he's like 6'5", 6'6", so he's got the height advantage. His hands are very strong. Like I said, that we had earlier in camp where there was a simultaneous catch between Slay and Brown, and Brown wound up with the ball, even though Slay was saying, hey, it was an INT. It was not the case. So, but Jalen Hurts is going to depend a lot on his shoulders, but we have to trust the fact that he has improved every year. Every year he has improved from this first year in college on till now. So I fully expect that this is going to be a season where everything starts to come together. And I think that they make that big step. This is going to be a good season. We have a fairly simple schedule. I feel that Dallas took a step back. I feel that the Giants may have improved a little bit, but they're having a real big problem right now, quarterback, because they're undecided. They're talking about Tyrod Taylor taking some of those first team reps. So it's possible that Daniel Jones is a little disgruntled there, and it's coming out on the field. Washington, I still think is a hot, hot mess. I've been hearing reports that Carson Wentz just does not look good in practice, that he's not doing the things. He's just unhappy in general. Looks like it's possible that they could be falling apart already at the seams. So we will see. We will see what happens. Again, I feel that the Eagles are going to go 11-6. When I'm trying to find out, I mean, I've heard people say that we're going to go, 9-8, and we're only an 8-win team. Obviously, those are just bappers who have no idea about football. They have no clue. They just want to bap, try to get under my skin. But I just brush them aside because they don't know what they're talking about. It's hard to find 6 losses on the schedule. I'm the more I look at it, the more I say it's maybe more 5. They could actually go 12-5 here if everything goes right for them. It could be 13-4. I fully believe I'm going to stick with my 11-6. If we get better than that, that's great. We do win the East. We do get into the playoffs, and we do make a splash in the playoffs and go to the NFC Championship game. I firmly believe that, and I'm looking forward to the season getting started and underway so that we can go ahead and move forward with this. It's going to be a lot of fun as we go forward. All right. Before we are done for the day, I want to talk about real quickly FC Dallas and the Philadelphia Union square off tonight. And FC Dallas, third in the Western Conference, actually having a pretty good season. They right now have 39 points. The Union have 49 points. So we're doing pretty well in comparison, or 48 points to their 39 points. But Dallas is doing pretty well this season. And, the Union got to take care of business. We don't play Dallas that often. Dallas is always talking about how they are so great. Third place in the Western Conference. They do have a fairly strong conference over there right now that is run by LAFC, who does most of their, has most of their wins. I think they have the most wins right now in Major League Soccer, and right now hold the top spot for the Supporter Shield. Philadelphia is not that far behind, so it looks like LAFC is going to wind up with this. But everything else says that the Union, it looks like that's what the matchup's going to be in the finals. The Union going up against LAFC. As long as everything holds serve. Right now, I think the closest team to the Union is Montreal, where they have 43 points to our 48. So even a win is not going to get them into first place anytime real soon. So we have to just go ahead and take care of business and do what we do best. This is a 9 o'clock game today. Like I said, the last time that the Union went away, they did lose. However, 3 losses throughout the season. In total, we have 9 draws. They also have 9 draws, so they've been doing a lot of ties. However, Dallas either wins or loses. They got 10 wins, 7 losses. Should be a good game today. The last time these two played each other, it's been over 2 years, and Dallas won that game 2-0. It was at the very beginning of the 2020 season. So they're not used to playing each other, and it should be a good match today. That goes at 9 o'clock, so tune in to watch the Union take care of business against FC Dallas. That being said, there's not really much else happening today. I know that I've heard some more rumors. There has been a lot more rumors going around, and the rumors are starting to trickle up into New York that Durant is looking more to go with Philly than he is to go with Boston. That if he had his choices, and I know he said he would go to both, but if he had his choice, that he would choose Philadelphia. And I guess that word got out yesterday in New York, and they started talking about it again. So there's a possibility. I know that to be able to get Durant, we would have to trade Maxey. And that's going to be a tough pill to swallow, obviously, because Philadelphia fans have started to really love Maxey. We see the star that he is becoming. He obviously he's got the work ethic. He's been going strong. He likes to never leave the gym and does everything he can to make himself better. And that's the one thing you cannot teach. You cannot teach determination and desire. And that is one thing that Maxey definitely has. So losing him would be tough, but getting Grant would make things, make it almost a lock for us to go to the finals. I say almost a lock because you never know what's going to happen, who's going to get hurt, who's not going to be able to play as well. Are the egos all going to be able to mesh well to come together to win the ring? That's going to be important. I think that they all can. Obviously, all the reports of Durant and Harden not getting along, they were all bull. Everybody saw them practicing together. Can Durant get together with Embiid and be able to play on the same team? Absolutely. They have a very strong mutual respect for each other. So, and I think that Durant would fall into that forward spot amazingly well. It would just be, I think it's just an automatic fit. So it would be nice to see them here and all playing together. We will keep you up to date on those, and anything that happens with Durant and moving forward here, because really the whole NBA has been on hold since they figure out what happens with Durant moving forward. So that's it for our half hour. This half hour goes really fast. So it's amazing that I'm able to just keep on talking and get us through this whole part. But I appreciate everybody for tuning in today, and I'll be back on Monday. So, because tomorrow I'm going to be doing the Mac and Jack show with Jack Hurst, and doing that Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So catch me there. Otherwise, everybody have a great week and go Philly. Yeah.